Hey, so a little bit of progress here. I have painted all of these side panels. Everything's painted. These side panels are for the front door. So those will be installed later today. Inside here, hopefully you can see it's a little dark right now, but it's coming here. So you can see I have all the roofing material on. Got the vents up there at the top. What I'm going to do today is try to get this thing all buttoned up. It's supposed to rain tonight, so I have some steel sheet roofing material in the van. I want to get that up there and in place so that this is ready to go. And I also got a drip edge for the whole thing. Before I do the drip edge and the roofing material, and then I'm going to build the door. Before I do that, I need to paint this trim piece up here. So there's one on each side, one in the front, one in the back. So I'm going to climb up on the roof. I'm going to paint the back, and then I'll get over here and paint the side and front trim pieces. Got the stuff on the roof. Need to do some trimming of the foam enclosures. I don't know if you can see, got the trim is painted and the drip edge is on. Same thing on the back. And then what I did is put this tin up there and kind of arranged it how I wanted it to be. I just did some extra overlap here, which took enough and evened it out, so that at the very edge, I just have this little, the last rib is just kind of hanging off, which is kind of what I wanted. I did end up putting a drip edge on this side, just, why not? And then I don't know if you can see, but right here on this back side, I put drip edge on the end of the tin just to have it kind of rigidifies the end of it so it's not flapping around, and it'll also prevent any water from ingressing, wrapping around the bottom and then going in on top of the roof. Here's the rest of the lumber for the door, and then the sheathing over there, or the outside sheathing, and then the floor is in the van still. So what I just did now is I laid out this piano hinge here. I have to drill some holes, and then I'm going to anchor it down. The door will be on here. When the door is open, it'll just be this basic flat surface right here. Yeah, I think I just got this done in the nick of time, because I don't know if you remember from earlier, it was a nice day, and now it's about ready to storm on me. Got real windy as soon as I started getting that steel up on the roof. I mean, of course it would, right? So yeah, it's looking pretty stormy down there. So just in time. I was hoping I could get the door done too. We're gonna try and build it. I don't think it'll take that long. It's really just a few cuts. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see if we can get it there. I think we can, but drilling the holes in this where I want them, I think it could take a while.
I finally got this lift on here. I think it turned out pretty good. I don't know if you can see it, but there it is, installed. I actually just undid this spring because it turns out having that spring on there was way too much. In order for this thing to fully close, it has to wind quite a few times. So this has to be wound, 15, it's like 15 half turns. It's a little more than that. So it's like eight or nine full turns. And that leaves enough tension where there's still enough tension in the line once it's fully retracted. But with both of them like that, it was actually just pulling the door up. In fact, I think there's a little bit of time lapse of me installing this where I was standing about right here, and it has almost launched me into the whole thing. So I just unbolted this spring, so it's just using this one, and it seems to be good. I can lift it with one hand. In fact, it might even be a little too tight, but I can lift it with one hand, and it fully retracts and actually stays up. So there it is. The next step, I'm going to put the sheathing on the outside, and then I have to do the trim. Once that's done, it's done. So getting real close. This is about as far as I'm probably going to get today. I don't know. I might try to do a little more. Maybe I'll just get the sheathing on the outside, and then I'm going to call it a day. So exciting, almost there. That was very successful, and as is tradition, I always over-engineer things. So that spring in there is way, way, way too substantial. But no matter, I'll be able to use it at some point, probably, hopefully. And there you go. So we're almost done. I'll bring you back.